It's time for our next fight of the evening as we go to the Corona tail of the tape. Antonio Russell taking on Rudolph Hedge. Russell's the younger brother of world champion Gary Russel Jr. He's a little taller. Reach advantage goes to Hedge, but Russell's younger. Both fighters, they're in the ring. We get the official introduction from Ray Flores.
Ladies and gentlemen, live on FS1 from Sands Casino. Premier Boxing Champions now features 6 rounds in the Super Bantamweight division. The 3 judges ringside are Bernard Bruni, Kevin Morgan, and John Potteray. And the referee in charge when the bell sounds, Gary Russel. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the yellow trunks. His professional record, 10 wins, 3 losses, 3 draws, including 4 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Kingston, Jamaica. Ladies and gentlemen, Rudolph Hedge. Across the ring, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the silver and the baby blue. As a professional, undefeated, 6 wins, 5 of those coming by way of KO. Joining us from Washington, D.C., ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Gary, another Antonio Russell.
Gary, Rudolph, seat checker. Gary, got mouthpiece in, Gary? Got your mouthpiece in? Put the mouthpiece in. Mouthpiece. Okay, gentlemen, I gave you specific detailed instructions in the locker room. I'm only going to tell you 2 things. Protect yourselves at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves, blanket the belt. God bless.
Well, Antonio Russell, this is his first national television fight. Rudolph Hedge, 10-year vet, been very active this year. He's already fought 4 times. This is his 5th fight. 2016. This is round 1. Russell in the silver trunks. Hedge is in the gold trunks.
One thing we should note is, Brian, in this fight, Russell is the exact opposite of Omar Douglas because he's a right-hander who's converted to the southpaw stance. So look for his right hand to be really heavy. A lot of guys who fight like that, they finish their combinations with really, really strong right hooks. Like Michael Moore and Frankie Lyles back in the day, they finish strong on the right side. So look for that in this fight.
One thing I've noticed, this kid's trainer is the trainer of Nicholas Waltz, who's probably one of the best featherweights in the world. And sometimes I judge a fighter off the trainer that he's with, so I'm expecting this Hedge to be extremely tough.
Well, you can see Gary Russell was in the corner of his younger brother there, and you can see the hand speed is similar. It must be a family tradition and a family trait because he certainly has the hand speed like his older brother.
Yes, he's very fast. I don't know, Joe. I think we might get a meat carving in this fight, man. Russell seems to be a little too fast and sharp for this kid.
I like the fact that he's come out and he's established his jab from the beginning. I think this is very interesting that I see most of them, they have sneakers on. They don't wear boxing shoes.
I noticed he has on Jordans, and he also has ankle braces around his ankles. Maybe he needs more support.
Body shots there by Russell.
Boxing shoes. Good shot.
Continues with that right hook.
He has really good fundamentals. He's using his jab. He's doubling it up. He's going to the body.
There's a right hand by Hedge. Left hand, Russell. Combination, Russell.
See how he's finishing on the right side with his right hook.
Under a minute here in rounds. Round 1. A round that Russell has dominated with those fast hands.
He's really strong to be a 118-pound fighter, too. I seen him yesterday at the weigh-in. His body looked great.
I like how he's doubling and changing up his jab. He's not throwing the same jab every time. He's doubling it. Sometimes he throws a single, sometimes he throws a double.
Blood already coming from the nose of Hedge.
He's working it upstairs and downstairs. He's doing a good job.
Yes, he is.
A lot of times, fundamentals is key, especially at the beginning stages of your pro career. You know, just getting out there, establishing your jab, I think is the most important part.
Welcome back. You can see that's the WBC featherweight champion, Gary Russel Jr. there, putting the mouthpiece in of his younger brother, Antonio Russell. This is just the 7th fight of his pro career. That's Rudolph Hedge. The doctor's checking the nose of Hedge.
Oh,
Wow.
I think his nose is broken.
You think?
But like I said before, sometimes I judge a fighter by the trainer he has in his corner, and he's going to fight until he can't fight no more. But his nose is definitely broken.
Russell, what a fighting family here. His older brother, world champion. His younger brother just made the Olympic team, headed to Rio.
they're a very talented fighter. That was another right hook. I'm going to tell you something, Joel. Fighters who hold their hands too high, they don't get a lot of leverage. And Edge is a game guy, but he's holding his hands too high. He's shooting from too high up. And if you ever notice that the better punchers, they keep their hands closer to their chest level instead of all the way up over his eyes.
Edge, most of his fights have been in Jamaica, Barbados, Cayman Islands. This is just his 2nd fight here in the States. You know, it's interesting here. You can see Hedge keeping that guard up high. Have you ever had to fight when your nose is broken?
No, I never had to fight when my nose is broken. I'm pretty sure it's difficult to breathe. You know, I'm pretty sure it's a little bit painful. But he's a fighter and he's game. And I had a feeling he was going to be game, like I said before, by the training he came in here with.
Minute gone here, round 2.
He kind of has that Ike Cortez kind of stance where they hold their hands up and shoot from right there. Russell may want to turn his guard, his glove skinny, and shoot right through the guard. You can kind of shoot right through. If you turn your glove the vertical way, it's easier to get through the guard that way.
Hedge is landing a sneaky, sneaky right hand.
Yes, he is.
It doesn't really have no power on it, but it's still it's still landing.
Body shots there by Russell, uppercut.
He's going to finish on the right side, watch. Yep, see, he finishes with that right hook all the time. He's coming back with it again.
And one of the things that Gary Russell Jr. told us, he said, my brother brings deceptive power.
You know what I would like to see Russell work on, though? I want to see him step into a straight left hand and develop the left side. Because right now he's heavily relying on his right hook. He's leaving his back foot in the bucket a little bit when he's fighting from the outside.
Here comes Hedge now as he pounds the body of Russell. Last 30 seconds here of round 2.
It's another good fight, Brian.
Last 20 seconds now of the round. Here's a left hand by Russell. You're watching Toe to Toe Tuesday. That's Rudolph Hedge out of Kingston, Jamaica. Look at the nose.
It doesn't seem to be affecting his breathing, so I think he's okay with it. You know, sometimes when injuries occur during a fight, you know, your adrenaline is pumping. It doesn't hurt as bad, you know, but I'm pretty sure it'll be hurting tonight once that sweat wear off and you get back in that hotel room and try to go to sleep.
This is round 3. We're scheduled for 6. Russell, body shot, then uppercut.
Good uppercut.
I see Russell trying to walk him down and kind of go to the body, but I still think he shouldn't abandon his jab because he'll walk into shots like that. And I don't think he's really capable of hurting Russell, but he still don't want to get hit because anything can happen in the fight. Cuts, anything. See, he keeps landing that right hand over the top.
It's a very sneaky shot.
Very sneaky.
Good body shot by Russell.
And again, finishing it with the
good
uppercut.
finish with the right hook.
Yes.
I think Hedge warmed up to the hook because he get hit. I think he warmed up to it because he's walking right through it.
See how you guys have this one scored. We'll take a look at the Mobile Strike scorecard. And so far, you've got Russell pitching the shutout.
Yes, I think he's won every round, but it's definitely a competitive fight, and I think it's a good step up for him, being as though where he's at in his career right now. I think it's a great step up.
It's a really good building fight for a 6-0 fight.
There's that right hand again you talked
You better
about.
see that right hand a little bit more. I don't care if this kid can't punch or not. You don't want to keep getting hit like that with right hand.
Well, you see his nose is bleeding now. You know what I mean?
Hedge letting the right hand go.
You know what he's doing? He's giving Hedge life. That's what he's doing. He's making him believe that he's in the fight. He's making him believe that he can be competitive. Russell has to put this kid in his place before these last 3 rounds become sand running out of the hourglass.
I think Russell is starting to run out of gas a little bit. He needs to get to the center of the ring and use his jab and turn this guy and don't give him no success. He's having a lot of success right now.
Joe, you know DC fighters love that walk down style. DC and Ohio guys from Cincinnati, they start walking guys down like athletic pressure fighters almost.
There's the left hand by Russell. Under a minute now in round 3.
I think Russell got away from his fundamentals.
Yeah, he does have a nosebleed.
He got away from using his jab.
I'm going to tell you something else that Russell's doing that I don't like. He's trying to punch hard. He should try to punch sharp. The punch that you don't see, the fast, sharp punch, is much better than loading up. When he's loading up, this guy get a chance to brace for the punches, and it doesn't have the same effect.
About 10 seconds ago, he just landed a straight left hand off a jab, like you asked for earlier.
Good right hook.
There's that right hook again by Russell.
Good body shot.
Combinations there to the bodies. Digs to the body of Hedge.
He just did a real crafty move, Russell did. He landed his body shots, he hooked him and spinned him out and put his back on the ropes.
He waltzed him.
Another good round for Antonio Russell.
Wow. 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 Yes, man. Wow. Listen, man. You have to come up with that, yes? You have to come up with that.
Welcome back. Let's take a look and a listen into the corner of Rudolph Hedge. It's Corner Cam. It's sponsored by Applebee's.
Gonna get to the fight, you know. Right? When you hear me, you have to show the right and left, you have to show him out.
I tell you what, if Russell continues to fight like this on the inside, I think he'll win the fight, but he won't get the stoppage because this guy believes he can win, and it's going to give him hope going down the stretch.
I think Hedge definitely got it.
These two staying right in the pocket.
Yep, and it gives Hedge hope because Hedge can't
got life from that last round.
Hedge can't box with Russell from the outside. Russell's too fast and he has too much amateur pedigree. If he uses his jab and boxes on the outside, it's an easy fight. But staying in the box with him like that, that's a tough guy. He's a little bit older, so he probably has his man strength, and it gives him hope. And Russell can make the fight easy if he keeps it in the center of the ring and just uses his jab.
Take a look at the punch stats through 3 rounds. You can see Russell has landed nearly 40% of his punches. He's thrown almost 300.
Just use it. If he uses a jab, he must have heard me. If he uses a jab and keep it in the center of the ring, this guy don't have the reflexes to deal with him out there. He don't have the defensive eyes. It's an easy fight. But when he's grinding and trying to walk him down, that dude is, it gives him hope because he gets his pound of flush also. I want to see Russell throw a straight left hand down the middle. A lot of converted southpaws don't throw that shot as good as they need to. Straight left hand right down the middle.
That last round, I thought Russell was getting a little bit tired at the end, but it looks like he got a bit of a second win.
He's getting his win with his jab, Joel. He's able to take a rest and still win the round with a good jab and just outboxing the guys. It's an easy fight if he does this. He don't have to take nowhere near the punishment. Name of the game is not to take no unnecessary punishment, especially early in your career.
There's some body shots by Russell.
Fights like this, prospects need on the way up because he's probably going to get the win. I would bet my life on it that he's going to get the win tonight. But it gives him a good gauge of exactly where he at, and he has a chance to go back to the gym and work on it, and then he fight another guy like this, or maybe even better, and to see the exact improvements he made. So I think it was a great pick by whoever matched this fight.
I agree.
Under a minute here in round 4.
Now see this round right here, Brian, it was kind of uneventful, but it was an easy round because he's just outboxing the guy. You know, because the guy is a tough guy, but he don't have the reflexes. He wasn't trained over here in America where we got a lot of salt and pepper in our urban cities in the gym.
There's a combination left hand by Russell.
Oh, that was
Body
low.
shot by Russell.
Low a little bit right
Gary
there.
Russell told him to get it up.
But I wanted to see Russell shoot a straight left hand right down the middle, like Zab Judah used to.
10 seconds for the bell. No punching after the bell.
Russell has to develop a better straight left hand. This guy's open for it, but he's heavily relying on his right hand, which is his new hand.
Welcome back. That's Antonio Russell. He has dominated this fight so far.
J-Rock, you know John Beninati's the matchmaker for this fight. He's been matchmaking for his career.
He's the best matchmaker in boxing.
Take a look at some of the action from the last round. There's that right hook by Russell.
Russell's a really, really talented fighter. I expect this kid to be fighting for a world title within about 3 years. Got a lot of talent, a lot of natural talent, come from a lot of good pedigree. See, Brian, Hedge probably won't touch Russell for the rest of the fight if he keeps it out there, just peppering him with his jab. And he'll drop Hedge crazy and run him into something by just doing that.
I think a lot of times prospects get caught up on trying to get a knockout too early.
They want to keep their records pretty, Joe, instead of getting rounds in.
Yeah, but a lot of times, if you're not Mike Tyson, you have to learn how to break a guy down and then get a knockout. Very few guys had a one-punch knockout power. I think that he's going to learn from this fight. He'll learn how to get knockouts down the stretch of his career.
I'm going to tell you something, Hedge. Good straight left hand. Good shot. Hedge is fighting a little bit squared up. If Russell shoots a straight left hand to the body, he'll hit him every time with it also. Right in his lifeline, right on his knee. See, Hedge can't even catch a rhythm when he's out there flipping him with that jab.
Double right hook by Russell. Coming on 90 seconds here in round 5.
Good move. Russell's going to look at this fight tomorrow morning and say, man, I could have made it so much easier. But I can tell the kid's a fighter at heart. He wants to impress his first time on TV, show out and get a knockout. And I don't blame him, though. I understand how that go.
Minute now.
That's
right
what you
hand
did your
by
first
Hedge.
time on TV, Joe, against Jeremiah Wiggins, remember?
Yeah.
Good body shot.
Another body shot by Russell. Uppercut. Hedge comes back with a right hand. Russell showing the hand speed.
Well, it looks like I was right. You know, Hedge is extremely tough.
Now Russell's letting the hands go. He's unleashed a flurry of punches on Hedge.
It's a meat carving, Joe. It's a meat carving, baby. I thought he was about to stop the fight.
30 seconds left here.
A meat carving. A meat carving is like when the guy just gets shredded up. My man Sergio Mora loves when I say that.
The Latin snake, huh?
Yep, that's my man.
Final seconds here, round 5. As Hedge loses his balance at the bell. Well, you called it a meat carving.
Yeah, he's slicing the guy up.
Let's take a look at what.
Good straight left hand. I've been asking for that shot.
There was the combination, letting his hands go.
You got a crowd. This is entertainment. You understand what I'm saying? No, look at me. You understand what I'm saying?
I think Russell needs to come out and make this last round really easy and really clean.
You heard what his dad said. His dad said, we have a crowd here. You got to give him some entertainment. So I expect him to come out and go for a stoppage, judging by the instructions that his dad just gave him.
Well, this is the 6th and final round.
Dad's doing a great job with him. I think he's going to step to this guy, Joe, and try to take him out for the TV audience.
First national television fight for Antonio Russell. There's that body shot again.
See, he can take him out, though, but he don't have to take him out from in there. He can take him out from long range.
Well, that's why if I was his father, I would have told him to stay out on the outside and just get a clean cut. When the last round really clean cut and don't take no punishment.
Let's take a look at how you, the fan, have it scored here. Mobile strike scorecard. Giving Russell every last
round. Jab, young man. That's it. See, Hedge has no answer for Russell's jab. But I don't think Russell has a lot of confidence in his straight left hand, so he just gets on top of him instead of beating him from the outside. Because straight punches land quicker than round punches do.
I just think he buzzed him a little bit. He hit him with an uppercut, a left uppercut right in his nose. And he got on his bicycle a little bit. I think the uppercut bothered Hedge.
First thing uppercuts hit are the nose, too, because the nose protrudes from your face. A good shot to throw when you have a damaged nose.
90 seconds here left in this fight.
He might not get the stoppage, but I think this was a pretty good performance.
Certainly got in some work.
Yes, he did. It's a great experience for a 6-0 fighter. He should get better from this. And you know what, Brian? You're not going to knock everybody out. You know, sometimes it just happens like that.
Here comes Hedge now.
Oh, just missed with that right hook.
Guys, come on, baby.
Minute now left in this fight.
Go, my team.
Antonio Russell made his pro debut in January of last year. Second fight here in the state of Pennsylvania. There's that left hand. Looks to be well on his way to his 7th victory.
He's on a great pace. He's just
There's the left
Good
hand
straight
again.
left hand.
Here comes the hand speed of Russell.
Good job. We'll try to close the show.
And that's the fight. When we come back, the judge's official decision. Antonio Russell putting on a show here in Bethlehem. We'll be right back. Welcome back. You're watching Toe to Toe Tuesday here on FS1. We're in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Antonio Russell taking on Rudolph Hedge. Let's take a look back here at the fight, Steven.
It's Russell right there finishing with his right hook. Remember, he's really a right-handed fighter, so that was really the best punch of the fight that he was using, most effective punch there throughout the fight.
I think maybe he started too fast and he kind of like gassed in the middle, but it showed that he was in great shape. He was able to catch a second win in a 6-round fight, so I think he did pretty good. He got a lot to learn.
Yeah, he threw a lot of punches. He has a really high work rate. That was a good body shot right there. He landed some great body shots through the fight, but this Hedge guy was really game, man. He always tried to come back. And that straight left hand right there could have knocked Hedge out had he had landed a little bit earlier in the round.
He seems to have a really, really good body attack, especially with the right hook to the body that he kept landing. And I think in the 2 more rounds, I think he probably would have stopped him, but unfortunately, it was a 6-round fight.
Is a lot for a 6-round fight.
Absolutely. As we take a look at our Motel 6 final punch stats, he landed Russell 36% of his punches, Hedge just 30%. Well, the judge's official decision is in. Let's find out who won this fight. Here's Ray Flores.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance, we go to the scorecards. Here are your score totals. Judge at ringside, Kevin Morgan, scores the bout 60-54, and judges Bernard Brunim and John Padre see the bout identical 59-55. All for your winner by unanimous decision, and still perfect, Gary, another Antonio Russell.
So Antonio Russell, still undefeated as he gets the victory.